In whispered tales his might extolled, through realms of dread his story is told, in shadows deep, where none draw breath, lies Mordekaiser, the champion of death. Mordekaiser is a top lane bully champion with amazing sustain, great teamfight potential that can actually turn the tide of the battle with his ultimate, and today I'm gonna try to tell you everything that you might want to know about Mordekaiser in 5 minutes or less, starting with the abilities. Mordekaiser's passive allows him to deal additional damage with his attacks. Once he lands 3 successful basic attacks or basic abilities against enemy champions or jungle monsters, he's gonna cloak himself in negative energy, dealing damage to everyone he catches in range. By using his Q ability, he smashes the ground with his massive mace, but there's a catch. He actually deals more damage if he manages to isolate a single target. Hitting one enemy will deal more damage to that enemy than if he were to hit 2 enemies at the same time. Mordekaiser's W offers him incredible sustain. The ability has 2 parts, a passive and an active. The passive allows Mordekaiser to store up some of the damage that he deals and also some of the damage that he takes. The active helps him take advantage of the stored damage by transforming that into a shield. He may also recast the ability to heal up for a certain amount of HP. Death's Grasp pulls nearby targets towards Mordekaiser. The ability also has a passive that gives Mordekaiser magic penetration, and it's single-handedly the best thing that you can use to single out an enemy. Mordekaiser's ultimate allows the Dreadlord to banish a poor soul into the realm of the death. For 7 seconds, the targeted enemy will be locked in a 1v1 against the Deathlord himself. This ability allows Mordekaiser to steal some of their stats, and if the champion dies while in the realm of the death, Mordekaiser will keep the stolen stats until the champion respawns. So far, this is a really strong champion in 1v1 situations, especially thanks to his tankiness, and his brawl potential is just hard to match. But it can be quite tricky to play against Kairas. Just some general tips and tricks that you might want to use: try to hold your E until the enemy kiter has managed to use some of their mobility spells, because otherwise you would just pull them in and they would teleport right out. But if you manage to time it right, you can actually catch the enemy kiter absolutely defenseless and just consume the poor soul. Try to store up as much damage as you can before you get into a brawl, because again, the more damage you store up, the more effective your W will actually end up being. And last but not least, try to focus the strongest enemy in the enemy team, and in case of a team fight, try to isolate that enemy inside the realm of the death. Let's get a little bit more technical. If you want to play Mordekaiser, those are the runes that you want to use. You want to have Precision with Resolve. For Precision, you also want to pick Conqueror, Triumph, Tenacity, Last Stand. For Resolve, you want to pick Bone Plating, Revitalized, plus 10% attack speed, Adaptive Force, and plus 6 armor. There's also an ability order that you might want to prioritize. Those are the abilities that you want to unlock in their specific order. And last but not least, there are also some items that you want to keep track of. Throughout the game, you're going to be changing your build quite a lot. There are a lot of unworthy souls that you purely just counter. Those are just some of them. But not all mortals are weaklings. Some of them will actually put up a good fight. The champions that counter you are those right here. Now, my dear viewers, you know more than you need to finally start playing Mordekaiser, the champion of death. From this point onward, just go on your own journey and conquer the world. I wish you safe travels.